and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away.
Right, cause so you gotta face it like you might be dealing with something and the Most High ain't giving you the results that you're looking for right away. Then you just basically take the cow away and just don't want to face your the situation you're dealing with, whatever it is. You just, instead of facing it, you just fucking let it overtake you, or go about it the complete wrong way instead of trying to deal with it in the spirit. You can speak on that.
That's what it's gonna go into. Check it out. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Right. Be patient. And sometimes it can be a lower state to where you feel like, man, these demons is fucking with me. You know, whatever the case may be, man, I ain't getting into the scriptures. I'm just, you know, whatever it might be, and then, you know, you gotta take that patiently, and if you battle that and try and get better and pray. Prayer is the key too. Do a bunch of praying if it takes fast, whatever it takes, man. Then the Most High gonna make it to where you gonna come out on top of that situation, and you gonna conquer it, man.
Hey, and if you dealing with a certain temptation that a demon keep fucking with you with, it calls for a fast, man. The scriptures tell you that. That's the only way to get rid of certain demons, man.
Right, and let me say this, man, because you know, we talk about external stimuli, you know, like the woman getting boxed, but Satan play on your character flaws also, you know, and can tempt you in that way. You might be the brother that always want to speak out and you know, just rubbing brothers the wrong way with your personality. And then it's brought to your attention, you try to work on it, but Satan keep putting that temptation for you to keep doing it. And then you end up, you know, going off by that. That's just an example. It could be any character flaw. You know, we got to totally, like the brother say, man, humble ourselves and allow Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to tear us down so that we can be built back up, man. We all have character flaws. You know, that's just one that popped into my head, man, but, you know.
And we were dealing with a situation in this camp with, you know, dealing with the camp and issues we had in the camp, and that was a time of temptation because you might think you're dealing in the spirit on how to handle it, and then you're not dealing in the spirit. You're really gonna be going about it the wrong way, and we was going about it, not everything, but certain aspects of the issues that we was having in the camp, we wasn't addressing them in the spirit, according to what the scriptures say. Yeah, but you might be tempted to handle it according to how you feel about it because you think it's right. It ain't about you. It ain't about you and what you fucking think.
And that's a temptation that Satan plays on. The next thing you know, you find yourself excommunicated. You know, put out of the camp. So, you know, that's just one aspect.
Yeah, it's so many aspects to it. Hey, now get a Hebrews, get a Philippians 2:5, and then get Hebrews. It say that Yahweh was tempted at all points.
Yeah, I got you.
You know it.
Yeah.
Get that, and then it's another precept it's basically saying walk after the footsteps and the path of Yahweh.
First.
Yeah, I want that first, but it's another scripture that say walk in the. It's a scripture that say walk in the path of Yahweh. So that's loosely paraphrasing that. But you can bring that out because that's good too.
Philippians 2:5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahweh.
Right.
And that's the mind against us, man. Did not Satan test the Lord? Did he not take him up and tempt him?
Yeah, 18.
In the midst of the Lord fasting? So we in that mind frame, we gotta prepare ourselves for temptation, like the scripture the brother read in Ecclesiastes 2. You gotta already have your mind set, man. And I gotta do what I gotta do in this truth to put on that whole armor, man. So I can be protected against those demons. So I can be ready for when Satan comes to attack me. Not saying you just gonna repel everything that comes your way, man, but you're gonna be on guard, man. You're gonna have that armor on to protect you. You're gonna be left out there naked, so to speak, man. But Jake don't want to put in that hard work to prepare himself, man, because you're not just gonna wake up and say, you know what, I'm ready. While you bullshitting and faking, front, doing whatever you might be doing, man, the demons working overtime, man. Like the brother talking about brought up a good point. They play on your character flaws, man.
15.
And the demons know all your flaws, and they'll heighten your temptation due to their flaws, man.
Now dealing with, I'm gonna say this, dealing with we're talking about temptation, and that brother just read the scripture, the same. Read it again real quick. Philippians 2 and 5. It's basically just talking about the walk, Yahweh shall walk after his example. And that's what it's saying. It ain't no basically to it. That's what the scripture is saying. I like to say basically a lot, but I gotta work on that. Yeah, read it.
Philippians 2 and 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yahweh Shai.
Exactly. So whatever happens up there in your mind is gonna transition into action. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 14. Seeing then that we have a great high priest that is passed into the heavens, Yahweh Shai, the son of Yahweh, let us hold fast our profession. For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with feeling of our infirmities, being Salakia, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin.
See? So Yahweh Shai is the greatest example, because every temptation that we can think of and go through, Yahweh Shai dealt with it and didn't go off. And how about that, you know? So that's working toward that perfection. Right. That's working toward that perfection, because Yahweh Shai, when he came on the scene, he was perfect. When he came as Yahweh Shai, he was perfect. Go ahead, Ox. Let me stay in the spirit, man. When he came on the scene as Yahweh Shai, he was perfect. He walked as perfect. But was Peter perfect? No, Peter wasn't none of them perfect. That was the only perfect man to walk the earth. You know? He didn't go off in the law. It says he and all his temptations without sin. You know? So this is the prime example, is following these scriptures. That'll keep you standing these scriptures, that'll help you deal with that.
Because back in Sirach, the scripture read that let us cleave unto him. And him is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Cleaving unto him is stand in his word, man, every day, minute by minute, second by second, moment by moment, you know?
And the brother ain't talking about every minute of the day you got the Bible open and you read the scriptures, you know?
Right. You got it simple.
But he talking about staying thinking with the guy and keeping his word in your mind at all times. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. You had some more?
No, I was just,
Nah, but the scriptures say to put this in your inward part. You know, put this inside of you. We're supposed to eat it. It say eat the whole scroll, and then digest it. That means this word is supposed to be. You supposed to become the word.
And eat
Check
the right
that out.
stuff. You gotta eat the right food.
But the scriptures, that's in the scripture. That's why we got a dietary law. That's why the scriptures go into the herb.
right.
So it goes into everything you need. You put this, basically you are supposed to become this Bible. You know? Yeah, go ahead, brother.
One left in this chapter. Hebrews 4:16. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. In that time of and that hour of temptation that's coming upon all flesh is when this hell and chaos breaks out, man. We all gonna be in time of need.
Hey, that's good.
And that's going
big.
back to Sirach, when it said you may find that it may go well with thee in the end. That's what we looking for, man. We want deliverance, you know, out of Babylon.
That's good. That's beautiful, brother, that you brought that out. Now I made a statement. We supposed to become the Bible. Now check it out. The scriptures say that Yahweh is the head and we are his members. So that's one. It says that we are co-inheritors of the kingdom. So basically, we're supposed to be one with Yahweh. That's why I made that statement.
But that's right, because that's the new covenant, covenant, according to Jeremiah 31 and 31. But you're going to Hebrews chapter 8, it say the Most High is gonna put this word in our inward part.
Right.
So we gonna be one with the word.
So that's working to that perfection, man, to get this in you, to where you know this book, get it in your inward part. Now, dealing with the temptation, that's why I said that was beautiful you brought that out. Ultimately, you gotta be able to elect to make it up out of here, And it's more serious for the 144,000 than the rest of the 1/3. And the reason I say that is because you hold to a high standard of accountability with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because a kid that get delivered up out of here, the Most High already got it set up, for him to make it. You might have a son or a daughter that the Most High got predestined to be delivered. She ain't gotta be on this level. He ain't gonna hold him accountable like he gonna hold the elect. So the elect, I'm talking about the whole 1/3, it's gonna make it up out of here. Now, I wanted to say that before I go on and say what I'm about to say.
Can I make a point for you?
Yeah.
The elders Elder Tahar specifically went into that, what you just said. Dealing with you niggas talking shit against Elder Yohanabah, and y'all don't know what he's doing behind the scenes. But Elder Tahar brought it out that he's a helper. But heads of account are held to high standards. Dealing with you 14th Street clown. You held to a high standard because you lead men. You call yourself being over men. So you can't just be out there any kind of way. And like the Elder Tahar said, the Elder Yohanabah is a helper, man. You don't know what that man is doing behind the scenes. He be fixing, we know, he work on brothers' cars. He probably sending them all kind of money, but that's none of our fucking business. That's none of you niggas fucking business.
Yep.
That's between him and the Most High.
Now, that goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Man, you gotta know what the hell you talking about before you just spew some shit out your damn mouth. That's why a lot of us young brothers had to calm it down on speaking on these different camps, dealing with they heads or they so-called elders. Like, Nate Satan and Johanna
Yeah.
and basically speak what you know or speak according to what the elders said. We don't know them personally. The elders know them men. So before you just start coming out your mouth talking shit, know what the hell you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now, going back to the temptation, going back to the subject of temptation, the Most High is building the elect up to face that hour of temptation, man. That's why these little temptations you go through, and we went through the whole talk about temptations, and we went through them scriptures. Ultimately, it's for that hour of temptation, man. That's the ultimate temptation you're gonna have to deal with. So if you're having trouble with bullshit, small temptations now, then if you are the elect, the Most High gonna lift you up, man. Or he might, I'm talking to younger brothers as myself and others, So just imagine if you can't even deal with small temptations right now.
Right.
When the hour of temptation come, man, that's gonna be a whole nother level, man. But the Most High say if you doing what you gotta do, he gonna take care of you. He gonna give you the spirit to endure. Matter of fact, let's get it. Cause it say be faithful unto death. Get it in a Revelation. That's what I want. The hour of temptation. Y'all know where it's at?
Yeah, 3 and 10.
Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Right. So this is how you deal with the temptation. I'm not even talking about the hour of temptation. But in general, the temptation, read that again, brother.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Kept the word of my patience.
Hey, and right quick, what does patience mean? Patience go back to suffering, man.
Yeah.
With the brothers, what we've been enduring, to be made hard. So it's beautiful, man. Brother bringing out the heavy scriptures, right now. Go ahead.
Yes, because in this truth, you brought into this truth to suffer, to get that in
That's
Hebrews,
right.
where it said the captain of our salvation was made perfect through suffering.
There's certain things you can endure now that you couldn't endure because you was emotional in the fucking world, man. Your whole outlook.